Hey, let's see if this works this time. Hey you guys, for Noel here with a quick little update about the game. I've been working, as you know, on the combat system. One thing I've been working on specifically over the past couple of days is understanding, well, first of all, upgrading the RPG system to the major update 3. And that's done and it seems to be working good, but understanding how the game system works as far as hit points and damage and all that. This is a very complex system. We're not using all of it, but we're going to use a good chunk of what comes with RPG system. And so I had to really dig in and also strip back a lot of the functionality that we're not using. There's just a ton of stuff to set up a new character. So I set up the barbarian, got him figured out so I could set his health. You can see there he's got 100 health. That might be a little high to start with, but it's just a starting point. This is all just brand new now, me trying to set some baseline values for things and see how they play out. Right now he's unarmed because I had to figure out how combat worked, how all the different values and stuff, how you set it up in the database, how they affect the damage and things like that. So I wanted to just get him doing 10 points of damage every time he takes a swipe with his hand. He's like bitch slap, a pimp slapping move there, and so I got it working. He does 10 points of damage, and then I created an axe, a barbarian axe, and I set the damage for that, and that's working. I created a small goblin character, and I gave him a club, and that's just placeholder art there for that club. The club is its own item, just like in D&D and stuff. You have your table of weapons with the damage and the weight and how much they cost and all that. It's the same. You set all that stuff up. So I set up a goblin club. I set up a small goblin monster and his stats. Right now he's only got 10 health just because I wanted to run around and bitch slap, one-shot them so they die. Just all he has to do is hit them once. So let's go do that, and you can see how it's working. So yeah, he can just hit them once. And they're gone. Come here. Oh, you were late with my coffee this morning, weren't you? Anyways. So yeah, it's working pretty good, and now I can start, as I'm adding new functionality to the game and playing the game. As I'm doing that, I can say, oh, you know what, these goblins are too weak. I need to give them 20 health or whatever. Or the axe is too strong or too weak or whatever. I now know where all that stuff is, and I've successfully added 2 new weapons. And there's also skills. I won't go into that yet, but there's a whole skill tree behind all this stuff, and that's going to control like his unlocking of his magic attack and his legendary attack and things like that. So learning about that, setting up the barbarian skill tree and all that good stuff.